Welcome to our first 2018 instructional video titled Illegal Personal Contact. This video was requested by head coaches to be used as an instructional video with their coaching staffs. It is our intent to summarize the rules, show plays that illustrate fouls for illegal personal contact, and finally, show plays that illustrate how a player and coach can avoid these fouls and make legal, effective, and safe contact. This video has been developed with the input of instructional chairs throughout California and is designed to be used throughout our state. My name is Mark Andrews, and I will be providing the technical support and the vocals for this video, which is offered in the hopes of a consistent application of the NFHS rules and mechanics of the game of football. When an official observes a player taking aim and initiating forceful contact, the location of that forceful contact, plus the position and the ability of the player to defend themselves, defines whether it's a foul, and if it is a foul, is it a foul for targeting, for spearing, excessive contact to a defenseless player, or an illegal blindside block. Let's take a look at targeting. When a player takes aim and initiates forceful contact above the shoulders, it is a foul for targeting. Initiating contact into the area just below the face mask and then continuing up to make forceful contact into the head and neck area is also considered targeting. It should be reported to you that it is a 15-yard personal foul for targeting. When a player takes aim and initiates forceful contact with the crown of his helmet at the shoulders or below, it is a foul for spearing. Again, the officials should be accurate with their terminology and report to you that it is a 15-yard personal foul penalty for spearing. When a player takes aim and initiates forceful contact to a player who, because of his physical position and focus of concentration, is especially vulnerable to injury, it is a foul for excessive contact to a defenseless player. We usually see this foul in plays involving a defenseless receiver or a player clearly well behind or completely out of the play. Most coaches understand about contact to opponents clearly behind or out of the play. We've had that foul for decades. But making legal contact on a defenseless receiver has some coaches puzzled on how to properly teach their players. We suggest that coaches teach their defenders to either make a play on the ball in an attempt to dislodge it, or lower their target, keep their head to the side, and perform a wrap-up tackle, if possible, on the defenseless receiver. And finally, when a player takes aim and initiates a forceful block to a player who does not see the blocker approaching, it is an illegal blindside block. Although this foul is consistent with the foul for excessive contact to a defenseless player rule, the illegal blindside block was specifically added last year to provide clarity and emphasis. The rule also provides direction on how to perform a legal blindside block. If the blocker initiates the contact with open hands and/or the contact is not forceful, then the block must be considered legal by rule. Please remember, the rule book is very clear in stating a player who initiates contact against a defenseless player is responsible for making legal contact. For more examples of both legal and illegal contact, we turn to a play we borrowed from our friends in Hawaii under the direction of Matt Sumstein, who serves as their instructional chair. Listen to Matt as he describes the legal and illegal blocks on this play.
And we're going to really in detail take a look at 4 of these blocks, starting when the reverse field begins. The player highlighted is the person blocking, and the person who's pursuing has the yellow vision toward the runner, and the blocker has the red arrow direction. Now, if he goes that way, he's got to initiate open hands, head up. If he initiates forcefully with the shoulder, it's a foul, but he doesn't. You can see that he slides down to the right, and this is what's referred to as a screening blindside block. So there's no seek and destroy aspect to this. He's moving parallel. The contact is not initially forceful, even though he does lead with the shoulder, so that's a legal blindside block. Now, as the rest of this play opens up and develops, we're not going to see much from this angle. We're going to come back to the end zone, but what you want to see is we've got 3 trainers and coaches immediately going onto the field. This was immediately recognized as the type of hit that we're trying to avoid. Let's get into the end zone view and see how these set up. The first one, you can see that the pursuing player has eyes on the runner, and he is contacted from his blind side forcefully with the shoulder, and that force is enough to put him on the ground. You could also see by that still shot that the helmets align. This is a very common occurrence on blindside blocks, which means you could have a combination illegal blindside block and targeting call. Now, let's look at the second one. You can see 52, he has eyes on the defender, and the defender is not in a seek and destroy mode. He's moving away. And when these players come together, it's a cooperative block. 52 white and 21 red, they are both coming together, equally committed to running into each other, and they're both taking a safe approach to it. That is not a blindside block. The fourth and final block we're going to look at shows that the pursuing player in white is completely focused on the runner. The kick return player, number 31, is lining up for a long run at him. Now, he can complete a legal blindside block by keeping his hands out and initiating that way with his head up. But if he initiates with his shoulder, this will be an illegal blindside block. And you can see he crouches down and there's an upward thrust. And an upward thrust is a high-risk indicator for targeting, which is what we also have here. So even though the contact was initiated in the high chest, because of the forceful upward thrust, that force is all part of the same contact, and that is also targeting.
Well, that'll do it for this version of the 2018 CFOA film study. Coaches, if you'd like more information regarding our interpretation of illegal personal contact, targeting and spearing, blindside blocks, excessive contact on a defenseless receiver, and even flagrant fouls, check out the links above. You can also visit my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe. We'll be posting additional videos throughout the season. This is Mark Andrews signing off.